Prepare to qualify.
You'll laugh. You'll cry. You'll certainly wonder why you watched a semi-useless show.
I would like to welcome all you schmoes to another edition of a semi-useless show. Today we're gonna,
Got a question for you.
yes,
Your headphones.
yeah,
They're new looking.
yeah, they were $5 from Target. They actually look okay though.
Yeah. Yeah, actually they do.
They,
I don't
and
know
they
why I didn't notice them
good,
before.
actually. They sound way better than the. I had like Pioneer or Sony ones before that
Yeah.
broke. So I just bought these ones for $5, and they actually sound better than the other ones.
Cool.
Yeah, nice.
Can't
I
beat
guess,
that.
which I hope it's a French invention. So, in honor of France, today we'll probably be talking about some bidets.
I might need to fact check that real quick.
Yeah, we're gonna fact check that. But
We never do it before the show. We do it in the, in the middle of it.
yeah,
Is it
we just
French?
hop on. We do a live stream. Nobody even knows that. We don't even set up the show before. We just hop right on and start talking.
It's not. I don't think it's French.
I'm
but-
pre-recorded.
Sure.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah,
talk
sure,
if you
Bill.
Oh
want.
no, I'm still reading
It's
it.
just pre-recorded, Bill.
It's a French loan word, so I have to look up what a loan word is now.
Loan word.
All right, to borrow from their language without translation. So maybe it is French.
Ah, okay. Cool.
Hard to say. History. You can keep talking. I'm just gonna look it up some more.
Well, I'm your host, Jim. Right over here we have Bill, co-host.
Bidet Christ, aka Bidet Christ.
Hey, buddy. And next time we have our schmo host, Sam.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Good.
Pretty good.
So, I don't know. I heard this, and I'm not sure if it's 100% true, but like 90% of Europeans and Chinese and Japanese all use bidets. So, like, most of the world uses some sort of water system to clean their b-hole or their v-hole on a regular basis.
And if you have, what if you have both? The b-hole and the b-hole
I think you clean it
at the
both
same
at the
time?
time. I don't even know how. I don't know how any of this works.
Seems like 2 shots would be.
But
It used to be.
I'm personally in favor of it, and I'm not sure about you guys. So, Bill, what's your position on bidets?
Well, if I had one, my position would be squatting. But I don't have one.
Right.
If I did have one, I probably would use it, but really, I'm kind of a hybrid when it comes to that anyways. I think we talked about this before, where it's like, if you're going to take a shower, what's the point in wiping? You know what I mean? Now, some people, without thinking about it, would right away go, oh, that's disgusting. Well, you're going in the shower and you're wiping a bunch of crud off.
Right. The
The
sad
offensive
part
way
is I
is
know you don't take a shower. You just go in the bathtub.
And I
Love it.
still don't wipe, so,
Yeah.
there's my take on it.
Stew and the doo-doo.
What the deuce?
Yes. But the main reason why I'm bringing this up is there's like an inventor who invented something that can attach to all normal toilets.
India.
What's that?
India. Do they have bidets? That's Asian, right?
They shit in the streets there.
And
Yeah.
they wipe with like their
No,
I
all
heard-
No, they shit in their streets. They wipe with their hand.
and then they wash that hand though, right? After.
Yeah.
I don't
Nah.
think they wipe with their hand. I think they just air bomb it on the street and then
Well, that's better.
yeah, but they don't ever wipe.
It's probably stereotyping because.
Just
But-
don't wipe with your hand.
No, it's the truth. It's
I
not a
know. There are
stereotype.
places in India definitely that are like that. There are designated shit
Yeah.
streets in India, I think,
Right.
in some places.
Yeah, you'll see people just pooping on the street in India all day.
So what's the point in wiping with the like it? I was told don't shake because, and it's probably not true, but don't shake the right or the left hand of an Indian person because they wipe with one of those hands. And I'm thinking, well, probably not here. They don't do that if they did at all. And then in their country, you're saying that they shit in the street. If you can get a good squat going, you don't really need to wipe.
They
I mean,
should just
there's not going to be toilet paper, right?
don't people in India, a lot of them have the towel head type things. Can't they just rip a little off and bam?
First of all, I don't think they do, and the fact that you actually said towel heads is very interesting.
I wanted to say turbans, but
Do they have the towel head things? You could have said, don't
Turbans
they wear
in
the
India.
towels on their heads?
You're not sure if they're called turbans there, so you just say towel head.
yeah.
Wow.
Okay, I get it's a little less offensive because what they said the wrong thing.
Yeah. What if I'd rather say if I'm gonna go for it, if I say turban and it's wrong, you know. And
You
I know
offended
one's
like
called a-
3 cultures at once.
I know one's called a hajib or something like that. That's where it's like
Come
the women
on,
wear.
now that sounds like it's made up.
I don't
How do
know.
I get a ride, Hajib?
There's turbans, hajibs, burkas.
I know some are burkas, yeah.
So you went with towel head.
No. I didn't want to offend anybody, so I offended everybody.
I think in India there's no law for any of that kind of stuff, but there's no Sharia law, but they can wear them if they want. They do sometimes.
Right. So
Anyway, if
how do we even get into India? That's what I don't get.
I don't know.
Because they can't have bidets if they wipe with their hands, or since that was discredited, that they just shit right in the streets. According to you guys, Indians are disgusting people.
Pretty much.
Let alone not
They are.
having.
It smells-
I think it's
all of
actually just
India smells like a piece of shit. It's not a lie. It's the
I'm going to
truth.
go on the record and say that they're not. It's for the sake of not being firebombed.
Oh, India is not.
yeah, they don't do that. They just
People.
They're not
Oh,
close enough.
peaceful. Dalai Lama.
Are you kidding me? Have you seen Dalzim from Street Fighter? Yoga Flame?
yeah, I'd be a little.
I'm a little scared of Dalzim, but
Yeah, it is Dalzim,
he
right?
wore a diaper. He wore a diaper, so he just shit in his pants.
Oh my god, that character's got to be like today's standards a horrible stereotype.
Yeah.
Anyway, as far as
Stretch
sorry, I
Arch.
lost audio. If I cut anybody off, I apologize, but I lost audio for a second.
No, it's all good.
As far as bidets,
What's
I
that?
don't
You're cutting out.
really.
No, you're good.
Okay. As far as bidets, they used to be always be like separate things. Like you have your shitter over here, and they have a bidet. You actually have to get up and squat again. I'd never do that in my entire life. Now they
Right.
have the ones that are in the toilet,
Yeah.
and like I said, maybe it's not good because then that shit's splashing up on the squirter part. But I'd still do that over like going to another thing to
Little thing.
what- yeah. I'm not squatting down to get my ass clean. It's got to be right on the toilet already.
Wait a minute. Are you saying, all right, so they're going to have a squirter and a toilet, so that's not a separate thing? Because I
It's
thought
already
it was
got
just-
it. They already got
Yeah.
it.
To be
So you-
separate back in the day.
Yeah,
The
but
reason-
they were separate at one point.
The
in time,
reason-
yeah.
That's why they're actually becoming bigger in America is because you can just take it. You can take a bidet toilet and just put it where your old toilet used to be.
But there's a guy who invented a thing that attaches to all toilets that turns it into a bidet. I forget the name of it. You can look it up. It's on like GoFundMe or something.
Yeah, see, there's a I've seen one of those hybrid things. What it is it's still a different toilet and it's got to have like electricity and stuff because it's got all kinds of fancy features. And then there's this thing that goes on top of it.
Right.
So I wonder if his is just that thing that goes on top, but it goes on top of any toilet or something.
Yeah.
Because all the fancy stuff was in that separate part, so you could be done.
Right.
It could be done. So
I saw another guy who invented something that attached to your toilet and made it so there was a urinal next to the toilet. So you didn't have
really?
to pee into the toilet. You peed into the urinal.
I'm just thinking of like a porta potty. So it's like how a porta potty kind of does it, maybe.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't know.
it's a urinal. It's on the wall. You've seen a urinal before, Sam.
It doesn't go onto the wall though. It's
No,
not.
but I mean, like,
It's like
a porta potty is just kind of like there, and it just goes into
Yeah.
the regular toilet. That's what it's reminding me of.
That's how this is. Yeah.
Hmm.
And it doesn't even attach to the wall, so I don't know why it's a urinal.
It's so much better being a man, you know. Like, you can go to a porta potty, you can just piss without touching anything.
Right.
I know.
Besides your own
They
dick.
made- they
It's just
One day you'll be a man,
know
Sam.
now you bring me to another GoFundMe. They made like a little girl thing that's like a funnel.
Why'd you go
I
like
just
this?
saw that. I saw that on the internet randomly. It's just
Isn't
like
that crazy?
So
It's
what-
kind of
what-
smart,
I mean,
but
you guys
it
are
would smell like piss all day, though. You have to wash. They have to find a. They still lose. They have to carry that thing that smells like piss around all day.
First of all, you guys haven't said what it was. You're like, they made that thing for a girl, and it's a funnel, and it smells like piss all day. So I'm getting the
they
impression
put it.
funneling piss into a girl's mouth right now.
No, they use it. They put it over.
Their vagina.
They put over their vagina or pussy, if you prefer, and then it just pisses out like a, yeah, and then it's a funnel, and they just
Funnel
piss
it in the toilet so they can stand up and pee.
yeah, or outdoors or something. Cause that's
And then
where
they just
cigarettes
keep
are.
it in their purse?
That's what Sam's talking about. Who
Yeah,
knows?
it's gonna smell like piss though.
What if it has like a nice little carrying case that's scent proof or
It'd
something?
have to be a
It's
cooler.
like real big. It's like bigger than their purse. It just says piss funnel on it. And they just carry it around.
I don't know. They should make one that's like really cheap and disposable.
True.
Where you know if you're gonna go to a urinal, or I mean to an outhouse or something, or a porta potty. I mean, they should use it just for that
They should
one
just
day.
have them stacked up like cups in bars and stuff. Just be like,
Yeah.
Should.
Because we know that women are so prepared, when they leave the house. They'll take 3 hours before they go anywhere, and they'll make
All I know
sure
is-
that they bring their piss funnel because they plan on going to an outhouse.
Where's the?
Right.
I should save it for she asked me that. Where's the one for diarrhea?
The poop
Same
tube.
thing.
You know you got yeah, I know.
Poop
You know you got
tube.
diarrhea that day. You just get that ready.
You know you have to diarrhea that day, but don't leave the house.
That's the poop tube. So you can
Yeah, I
poop in
know.
urinals.
It's true.
Yeah.
Or anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Just not in your pants.
Yes. Now, going back to this, are you a fan of bidets? Would you use one?
Only
Oh.
if it's in the same device.
Yeah, same here.
Which
Would
in the
you-
U.S. it probably would be.
If somebody said, "Hey, this is going to be free to have in your house," would you prefer that over having to use toilet paper?
Yeah, I would do
I
it.
have toilet paper just in case, anyway.
I think you do need toilet paper to just, even if you get wet, you gotta dry it off with something.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Right? It
I'm
doesn't
thinking if you do
eliminate
get
toilet
wet,
paper.
What's that?
that water pressure on there, then the water won't sit. You can just blast that thing.
I don't even think the water's actually. Come think of it, I don't think the water sitting there is such a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because after I wash my ass in the shower, I don't stick a towel up there. I just kind of let it do its thing.
I use my underwear because it's
Use
still.
up right away,
What?
You don't want
What
to
is-
pull your pants up right away when your ass is all wet.
No, you dry just like the outside of the ass. So
So
Yeah,
why
I
don't they just have a blower in there too?
they should put a blower in there
I mean,
for
listen.
both sides.
First of all, you got the toilet, you got the bidet part that's attached. You guys are saying there's electricity. I'm already not comfortable with a beehole, water, and electricity.
It doesn't
Like
need
those
electricity.
combinations.
It doesn't need electricity. The one I saw, because it could just be a fountain kind of thing. Like that's how they usually work. The one I saw was in a customer's house. She just had it installed, and then that was they had like fancy features like you could adjust where it aims and like it had a seat warmer and all that shit. So you actually had to put an
Oh,
outlet
that's
behind
like
the
a
toilet too.
Japanese toilet. If you go
Oh,
to
yeah.
Japan, all the toilet seats are heated and have like lights that play music and shit.
Really?
Japan, yeah.
See, that's
Crazy.
the thing. Like, I like the idea, but I don't think I'd ever shit in public that long anyway. I'd rather have that at home or something.
Yeah, but it's not about how long. Just the seat's already warm when you take even a quick shit. It's not a cold.
I like a cold seat when I'm going to shit.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm that kind of person. Like, I don't like when something's already warm because it's just like, oh, someone's ass has been on this now.
I'll do room temperature, but I'm not going to do freezing cold.
Not freezing cold, but I guess because I'm in Florida, I'd rather just have it be cold. It's just not a big deal.
Yeah.
I don't
I
I
know.
just
want
want to.
I like stick. Like I don't want my ass to ever like feel like it's stuck a little bit.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Yeah.
No.
It's
You
just
don't
like a
want sticky
pillow.
ass.
Like you know how you always like the pillow to be cold.
Yeah,
You
that's true.
you wish the pillow was always a little bit cold.
I want the
You flip
pillow
it.
to be warm. I
Then
don't.
you
I don't.
flip
I
it.
went into the toilet and it was
Weird.
warm and I didn't know that it was heated. I would automatically assume somebody just took a shit for a long time
Yeah,
on
I
this.
know.
So I don't know.
I like the familiarity of the cold.
I don't know how cold though I want it. I'm kind of with Bill.
Again-
I think slightly between room temperature and
TP?
cold.
See, as far as TP.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
I lost train of thought.
When we're talking about Florida, I don't. It's not really that cold anyway. So it's just like, eh.
Right.
Do you remember the Home of Tomorrow, Ren and Stimpy, that Ren and Stimpy episode? They had the Lummox, the guy, like, Stimpy's like, ooh, and he does the forms feature, and
Yeah.
then they just drop down a big fat guy with a newspaper, and he's like, be few minutes. So they actually, like, drop a big fat ass on there
Yeah.
to warm the seat up, and then they'll raise him back up before he has to take a shit.
That's awesome.
I love that episode. Give me them cheese.
But if
The Ren and
they
Stimpy.
become popular in America, then the TP companies like Cottonelle and Scott will be shitting themselves.
And what? Just because of us? I mean, just because we switched over?
I don't know. I don't think they sell.
left?
Like, if you go to England, do they sell Cottonelle and Scott tissue?
Probably.
I
I
don't
don't think everybody has a bidet there. I don't know.
I know, but maybe there's other brands.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Company is there?
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, probably for toilet paper. Yeah, some stuff's the same, like Coca-Cola and stuff, but
Right.
McDonald's and all that stuff's over there. But
I don't think. Yeah, I think they would have some other name for their toilet paper.
probably.
Although Scott might be from Scotland. Who knows?
Could assume.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe all toilet paper is made in India.
That's nice.
They don't
Right.
get out.
Probably
high
in China
enough supply.
or something.
I
They
don't know.
never use it.
I don't know. I think when I look at toilet paper, because I read it sometimes, and I think it's like Ohio or something.
You read
Scott's
the
really?
toilet paper?
Yeah, I think it's like Cincinnati, Ohio.
It says Ohio on the toilet paper roll.
I think no, like when I read the package, if I have nothing to read, and before I had phones, I used to read like the back of shampoos and shit.
Yeah.
So
I had to read some ridiculous things before.
I used to
Right.
play
read
Game
the
Boy.
actual toilet paper that was still in the wrapping.
I've read the
all I know
tag
is-
on my shorts before.
All I know is that when I first got my Wii U, French. When I first got that, I was just like, I gotta try it. I gotta see if it reaches the toilet, and it did. It was just a great thing ever.
Nice.
That's just what I do now. I just take the
I
Wii U
like
controller.
to have like the TV completely off and just
Yeah.
play.
Yep.
Or like be watching TV with that and then play another game on the
Yeah.
tablet.
Yeah,
I
that's
thought
good.
it was stupid that the tablet couldn't go anywhere with you at first.
Yeah,
Then I conceded that it was pretty cool, and they
it'd have to be a lot bigger and expensive just for the controller. And then yeah,
right because they started that development before tablets were even popular, so they thought they were way ahead of their time when they really weren't.
yeah.
Hang on one second. Bill, do you want to bring up a little bit about with Bob and David?
Yeah. It's Mr.
I know
Show
we talked about
2.0.
it last week a little bit.
Well, first of all, I saw a review on it before I watched it. I looked up with Bob and David. Here's the thing. I went on Netflix on the day that it was supposed to be on there, and it was on there, but I had to fish for it. I thought that would have been right on the, marquee or whatever, like right at the top, and it wasn't.
Which
I even
now
put
it is.
Yeah, it is now, but the same day it came out with the whole season. I put /W or W/Bob and David. I tried both ways, couldn't find it that way. Had to go onto Google and actually put in with Bob and David, and it said on Netflix, blah, 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 and it had a link, and then I clicked on that, and I got to it. I think the marketing's pretty bad. Maybe I did something wrong, but I did everything I could to get to it from Netflix, and I thought that was strange because it was the day it came out, the night, so they had all day to fix whatever that problem was. But when I looked it up in Google, there was actually a review that said Mr. Show 2.0, which is what I called it. Remember on one of the shows, I was like, oh, it's Mr. I said, we're going to talk about With Bob and David, Mr. Show 2.0. And then that's the first thing I saw was a review. It's like, With Bob and David, Mr. Show 2.0. I'm like, I fucking said that first.
Yeah.
But anyways, aside from that, because I usually don't claim things, but I claimed that one because I'm a big fan, and it's not Mr. Show 2.0 though, but it is at the same time because they even talk about it. The last show on the series in that season,
Yep.
they actually say like a little behind the scenes thing, and they basically are talking about how that it's Mr. Show again. You know, it's basically what they're going for. Are they updating things? No, I think they're doing the same exact thing they used to do, just to today's standards. It's not like they're trying to go overkill. As a matter of fact, it almost seems like shows that they didn't say this, but it seems like it's so close that it's leftover shows that they wrote that they never did with Mr. Show. That's what it feels like to me, and not the leftover shitty ones, just stuff they didn't get around to doing.
Did they, at the end of the original series, did they do anything with that porta potty? Like, were they?
I don't know. That would be funny if they did, but I'm not sure.
That's what it seemed like, that they set it up for that. I don't know. That's what I was wondering with the last episode. I was wondering if you knew that. Because it seemed like that's why they did that. But
that kind of funky, fucked up shit. There's a guy that was on there for the. There was one where Bob, he had longer hair, but he was supposed to be like a chef. Like they had a chef competition. You know, like 3 chefs going against each other. And Scott Aukerman was the host. You know who that is, Sam or Jim?
Is that the guy with the black hair, but not the shorter black-haired guy?
Scott Aukerman was only on, I think, one segment on one part of the series. Like, he has his own show, Comedy Bang Bang, with Reggie Watts, the guy with the frizzy hair that makes all the sounds with his mouth and shit. But not Roselle, because it's totally different. He does it with equipment too, but he does mouth sounds and shit. Well, there's Comedy Bang Bang with Reggie and Scott Aukerman, and they always change his name. That's almost kind of where I got my name change idea in the beginning, because they always do, I'm Scott Aukerman, and it'll say Cock Blockerman underneath it or something, or Betty Crockerman, something like that, like something around.
Inventor of the American flag.
What?
Inventor of the American flag.
What in the hell's going on over there? But, hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
Uh-oh, here comes the cat. But, yeah, anyway, Scott Aukerman was on it, and then at the last part of the last episode on the series is behind the scenes with Bob and David, and Scott Aukerman was on there basically. Like, when I watch Comedy Bang Bang, the show seems like it's written kind of like how Mr. Show was a little bit. Like, they go in depth on things. Like, they did a time travel type of thing, and it was actually very well written. Because, I mean, whenever you do a time travel bit, you're competing with all the other time travel things. And we know which ones are great, you know.
In the time travel thing, where they went forward in time and they still got older, so it's like real time or whatever.
Yeah.
But then they went backward in time, and then they were even older. That was really weird. Why when they went backward in time?
It makes sense if you watch it again, for sure.
Why though?
Because there was like because they can write it to make sense. They said that there was a time reversal. They're like, why don't you just do a time reversal or a button that had something to do with not aging you as much?
Yeah. But why did they get older when they went backward? That's what I don't get.
Because they were still aging, I guess.
Hmm.
No matter what. Like, no matter what happened, it was all real time.
Okay, so whether it was 15 years forward or 15 years back, then it was 30 years.
Real time, yeah, exactly. And they're
Right.
like, why is it a time, like, it's a time machine?
I know.
Like, you're in a machine that you sit in as time goes by.
No,
And
they
they're
were
like, the
they're
guy's
like,
like, you have to use the
real time.
hyphenator. They're like, you have to use the hyphenator. And it's a button that puts a hyphen in between, so it's like time machine.
No. It was a real time machine or a
Real time machine.
machine.
Real time machine or a real time machine.
Yeah.
It was. I'm
It was
fucking dumb.
pretty funny.
But it was funny.
But I also love the one that
The best part is they're like, you've been shitting in there for 15 years?
I
Because it's a time traveling porta potty. Like,
know.
and so you were just sitting in the studio the whole time shitting because they didn't go anywhere. They sat in the time travel porta potty and just for 15 years were in there.
Right. I swear they must have ended the last one with a time machine bit in a porta potty.
That would make sense.
I want to look that up. But the other the next one, I don't know if it was the next one or 2 episodes later where they were making the New Year's resolutions. And he's like,
Oh god, that one was great. That's the first one they showed on YouTube as a teaser.
oh, that was amazing.
Yeah, it was great.
That's what I heard about a lot.
Yeah. He's like, I'm going to stop eating meat. And they're like,
Yeah.
oh, so you're making a mockery out of everything we were saying? There's no way you're going to stop eating meat.
And Bob Odenkirk wants to be a freelance pope, like to work his popage out of home.
No,
And it's like they're all supposed to be totally real resolutions.
the worst is he's like, I want to run for office. So you're like, oh my gosh, what's he going to run for president? And he's like, what office? Pope. And he's like, but you're Jewish.
Yeah. He's like, 1, so is Jesus. 2, what the fuck did he say? 1, so is Jesus. 2, something else. And then 3, he's like, sit on it or something like that. Like he didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, no,
Did you need
no.
to tell me something?
He said 3, go fuck yourself. Because it was
Something like that.
1, 2, and then 3. It worked perfect that it was his middle
Yeah.
finger.
Middle finger, yeah.
Yeah.
A freelance pope. And then, and throughout the show, they all did those things because that's what Mr. Show does. Throughout the whole show, they did advertisements or but then when it was supposed to be the judge, it wasn't even the judge. It was actually David Cross who ended up being the judge.
Nonsense. It
Was
was
the-
slightly.
Like a little bit of nonsense. And then there's the complete nonsense judge, which that guy plays, the guy that was wacky at the end with the whistles and shit. That's actually SpongeBob. That's the guy that does SpongeBob's
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
didn't even catch that.
He also played a gay
That's
character
pretty much
on
I
that
guess
series.
watch that then.
Yeah. He said something about something spraying all over his face, and he had like makeup on, and on the little graphic on the side, he had like a big rainbow going across, like as he was talking. It was the dude that plays SpongeBob was playing a gay character on with Bob and David. I thought that was pretty funny.
You would think like
Get out of here, cat.
it wouldn't be good because it's like 2 people that are comic geniuses put together. It's
Yeah.
almost like something where you wish it would be good, like even Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez, let's say, or where you expect when they get together it's going to be something amazing, and it doesn't work out right. It's almost like if you I'm trying to think
I would love for the cat not to make her way over here. If you can possibly prevent that from happening.
like if you had Scorsese and Oliver Stone or something together, you'd be like, whatever they made together is going to be the most amazing thing, but there's so many examples where it doesn't
It's
work.
still mediocre on purpose, though.
Right.
The reason
But-
why is because they'll have a bit and then they'll sit down and they'll just be like, for instance, if they go, what is it like on the Clapper Girl one? You know, where she meets Einstein and then she's a clapper girl. And then somebody at one point in
Flapper.
yeah, well, is it Flapper? Is it Clapper or Flapper?
From the
Okay.
40s or whatever.
So it's Flapper, but somebody, when they were writing it, sat down and said, what does a flapper girl do? I know they had to have said that, and they were like, flap, 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 flap. Like, who gives a fuck? You know,
Right.
instead of finding out what they did and then doing, like, this fake ironic story. And if she comes over here, I'm throwing her through the window. Live on the air. I'm throwing my cat through the fucking window. And I love my cat.
Yeah.
Cat.
For all you animal activists out there. She's still alive. Obviously, I love her.
I don't know. I
Gonna
think even
Skinner.
them just doing that is still genius to me, though.
Go away. Hang on a second. I got cat duty to do real quick.
To me, it's more like a flapper girl. They were probably thinking, like, why the hell were they called flapper girls? And then, just like he said, instead of worrying about it, let's just have them that they just say flap over and over again. And then this one flapper girl gave Albert Einstein, when he looked at her, she stuck her tongue out like, and they were talking about Albert Einstein, like, oh, all his theories, but his greatest invention ever was his poster of him sticking his tongue out.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Just, I don't know. The
I
show
remember
is,
that poster.
and it works. You would think two geniuses, comic geniuses together, something would mess up, but for some reason they like meld well together.
Yeah.
It still works. It's not the drop dead funniest thing in the world, but you know, if you either liked Mr. Show or you didn't, and it's pretty much exactly the same.
So I probably like it then.
It's not even modern. Like I said, it's not like a modern thing. I don't even think. Well, I mean, you had a whole. Just.
I only
Mr.
saw like
Show-
3 or 4 episodes of the other one, and I only saw 3 or 4 episodes of this one, and I liked these ones better for some reason.
Yeah, but they're putting. I'm not saying they're putting all their eggs in one basket to try to get everybody to watch this show, but you know, for a starting point on something that already worked, that they already know they have a lot of fans.
Yeah,
I don't think they tried too hard,
right.
but I think it's right where it needs to be. But you know, with Mr. Show, there was still time to have a lot of hit and misses, and there were some real big hits that were on there. I mean, Mr. Show, I can compare him to Monty Python. I don't care if Monty Python fans get offended because I'm a fucking Monty Python fan, if there is one, and if there ever was one, and Sam is too. So that being said, there's some classics there. There's things that you could watch over and over again, and there's just things that's quotable that are great. To us, they're classics, regardless of how it was groundbreaking no matter what. Might not have been the best comedy thing in the world to anybody ever, but you know, for Mr. Show fans, it was. And if you like With Bob and David, then I don't know, maybe it is better than Mr. Show. It seemed exactly the same to me, though.
For me, Monty Python had one classic good thing. That's it.
What was it?
I fart in your general direction. That's it.
Yeah.
I fart in your general direction.
See, there's a lot of people that don't
Monty
like.
Python, nothing else is funny to me.
There's a lot of people that don't like Monty Python, but they like Holy Grail. I've seen that. Like, people don't like the skits, they don't like any other movies, but they like Holy Grail.
Yeah.
They just like Holy Grail. That's it. I like everything.
Not even to that point. I just like that one line. That's it.
Which is in
Yeah.
Holy Grail.
Yeah.
So yesterday, or was it yesterday or a couple days ago, Sophia said, swing me. So instead of swinging her from the back, I swung her from the front, pulled her legs up, let her swing forward, and I had a fart coming, so when she swung back, boom, right into my butt.
Your face, though? Her face to
Her
your
face,
butt?
right into her face. And she started
Nice.
dying laughing, and all I could think was, I fart in your general direction. And it wasn't
And
even general. It wasn't even general direction, it was
Swung
direct.
her right into it.
For
You
some
swung
reason.
her like a catapult right into your fart hole.
Right, because if you think about it with a swing, there's no stop. Like, once you get past that point where you can put your feet down, there's no stopping it. You have to
Yeah.
go right into the fart. It was
Speaking of
amazing.
past that point, my comment about throwing my cat through the window is now null and void.
Why, you threw it through the window already?
Yeah, true.
I didn't do it. I said I was going to do it, but you actually flung your child into your butt stream.
Yes.
Catapult.
Perfect. And she had to keep coming back into it, too.
And she laughed. Do you realize how good of an ab workout that would be for a human? Like if you're hanging upside down and somebody farted right in their face and they're swinging.
Yeah.
Right now, there's probably people listening going, "I'd kill that motherfucker." No, there'd be nothing you could do because if you're hung upside down and there's nowhere you can go, whether you laugh or not, there's nothing you can do. You can't get out of it. Somebody has to help you out of it, and the person that has to help you out of it has to face towards your ass. Did you ever notice when if you ever see where somebody's helped out of those things, it's like you're facing their ass, so they could fart on you too.
Is it bad that I've had things where I was like, I wish I could go back in time to where Houdini's like upside down and in like a straitjacket, and I just get like some kind of forklift and fart right into his
Forklift.
a forklift, yeah.
Anything to do where he was restrained and you could go back in time and fart on him.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I think
Like,
we need.
he's about to get like put into one of those like treasure chests or like a safe, and I fart into the safe.
Into the keyhole.
I might even leave a little dump in there. Into the safe.
If he's in a trunk, leave a dump in the trunk.
Yes. Dumps like a trunk. But yeah,
Damn it.
so
Grenade.
the worst part is I know she'll get me back too. That's how well I taught her. She's gonna get me back somehow, and it will probably be better.
I'm sure she shit on you before, Jimmy. You've had to change your diapers, right? You've gotten already.
I never touched a Duke though.
You never had to touch a Duke?
Never had to touch a Duke.
Not the Duke of Duke?
No, not even the Duke of York when we were in New York.
So she didn't leave a peppermint patty?
Nope. No Charlie Brown. So yeah. But she will get me back. I'm just wondering how. Like she'll probably be like, well, we're on the show, and you know, she comes up like she's all cute. She'll do it so it's like right next to the microphone, so you guys all know.
She'll fart on your microphone and record it, and you'll play back the show and be like, "Oh, god damn it!"
Remember when I told you when I showed you the picture of the dump I had, and I was like, oh my, such a big one, and I showed everybody, and then she made the fender symbol with her.
I
dump.
remember that. Yeah.
That was unbelievable. It like crushed mine. She's like, "Go show Daddy. Mine's way bigger." I looked at it. I was like, "Oh my God!" She put a fender symbol in it.
Fender symbol. You can't fucking beat that. That's a hard symbol to do out of like all the guitars, you know. I mean,
Like
trying to think of one that would be harder to do.
Gibson would be easier, probably.
I don't know.
I think so.
Write out the whole word Gibson.
No, right, the whole word, yeah. But I mean, like, if you just do the G, it's just like.
But then it's just a regular G.
Yeah. You don't even think
No
about
one. You notice that like with Gibson, if you did the Gibson G, nobody would know what it means. But you do the Fender F, and you know what the fuck that means.
Yeah.
Right. If you saw the Gibson G, you'd be like, "Where's the E for General Electric or something?" You know?
Yeah.
You think you were missing something.
Or unit.
You'd be like, "What?"
Or unit. G.
I was just gonna say that. I was actually just gonna say.
Oh,
that.
you're setting it up for that.
No, I wasn't, but I was like, I thought about it for a second. For sure. So yeah, where do we want to go next with this discussion?
Basically, we've come to a stop stick.
Plus, there's Gretsch, too, so it's like, that's another G. You don't even know which guitar it is.
That G would be more recognizable.
Yeah.
I think Gretsch does have a specific G.
Yeah.
But I can't remember what the fuck it looks like, right?
No, me neither. Fender, you know what it looks like instantly. It's just, they win.
Even Epiphone has a unique E.
Yeah. Yeah, Epiphone I know, and that's not even, that's Gibson, so it's just, Epiphone's more.
Yeah, it's more recognizable. Probably sold more often, too, considering that Gibsons are so fucking expensive.
I think Fender is by far the best name to come up with for a guitar.
Yeah, and it was a guy's last name. It's Leo Fender.
Which I don't know why it sounds like such a good name for a guitar.
I know, we're just so used to it meaning guitar, I think. Probably that's what
Was
it is.
Gibson the guy's last name too? I don't even know what the guy's name is.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. But when I hear Gibson, I associate that with guitar, and it just doesn't sound like a good name.
And they both use their last names. That's what's funny. I guess he just had a cooler last name.
Right.
Plus, his guitars were sleek and sexy looking. Like like when you think of a Fender, you think of a car. And back in the day, the cars,
Plus,
like when the guitars came out in the '50s, and the cars came out in the
Yeah.
'50s, he designed it basically around a car.
Plus, weren't they like basically the first guitars that just do anything? Like, usually you had like, you had like a blues guitar, and then you had like a. It wasn't too much rock yet, but I don't know. It was one of the first ones that could just like it works for anything. Like works with heavy metal and blues. Fenders, Stratocaster.
Yeah, they're pretty neutral.
Stratocaster, Stratocaster specifically. I mean.
Use them for anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day, it's pretty much all that as far as an electrified guitar goes. I mean, that was the one. So if you were going to play heavy metal, or at the time maybe hair metal, I guess.
Not in the 50s, not even.
No, not in the 50s, but I'm talking about when
like
metal
80s,
was being played. You're
80s.
seeing strats with hair metal bands and shit like
Oh
that.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Everywhere.
No.
And I take that back. His guitars weren't designed around a car, but they're sleek like a car. If anything, from what I heard, that the guitar bodies were supposed to be sleek and slender. They're almost like it was trying to make it look like a woman. It had curves on it.
Yeah.
I thought the fender did look like the back of a Lincoln Continental.
I can't even remember what a Lincoln Continental looks like.
They're kind of like pointy like that and like curved in.
Now the Telecaster came first,
Not even
right?
the fender though, which doesn't make any sense then.
Right.
Didn't Telecaster come before Stratocaster?
Yes.
Okay.
The Telecaster, when it first came out, was I think there were no casters. I can't remember why it didn't have a name on it. There's a Telecaster, and then a something else caster, I thought.
There's Starcaster, but that's
Telecaster, Starcaster. There was one that had one pickup.
the Starcaster is like the cheap guitar now. I think. Like that's the cheap Stratocaster. It's still Fender, but it's still cheap.
I'm a little disappointed in myself that I don't know that.
There's Squire, but
yeah, we don't really like to mention Squire.
yeah, they're like they're Stratocasters that are like this big. They can't get all my hand in the picture.
They got Squires they make them full size too, I thought, but they're just Squires. Yeah, I was pretty sure that they did make them full size. They make kids ones though. I mean, Squire's going to be slapped on everything. It's not even really a part of it's Fender company, but
there's that flying V that got me when I was younger. That's
a Gibson.
That was kid size, but it wasn't it was kid size, but it wasn't cheap at all. It was just a quality guitar, small.
Yeah, yeah. But it looked like you could beat somebody with it. It literally was an axe.
Yeah, but it was still a quality. It was just the whole thing was built perfect, so just condensed down.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it was totally to scale. If you looked at it, not to scale. It was not to scale, but on a smaller scale to scale.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you took a picture of it, you couldn't tell on the internet if it was a big one or a small one.
Yeah, just really
except for maybe the name on the headstock. There might have been a difference in size on the name on the headstock. Maybe at first glance, I think somebody could be tricked, though. Yeah, that thing was actually pretty quality.
Mm-hmm.
Your headphones were farted in while you were gone.
They were what?
Farted in.
They're farted in? Nice.
Yeah.
I can hear it. It's still echoing like the sound of the ocean, but from a puddle.
We need that, you put your ear to a shell, it's the sound of the ocean. We need something that just always has the sound of a fart when you put it up to you.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Sharing it with all of us.
Mm-hmm. It's the
So, what do you guys think about the whole Charlie Sheen situation?
I can't believe that AIDS got Charlie Sheen.
AIDS?
Yeah. HIV.
HIV. Yeah.
I can't believe that HIV decided to catch Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, that's
Pretty unfortunate for HIV.
Yeah.
right. Yeah, a lot of people were saying they'd be more surprised if he didn't and stuff as a joke, but I don't know. It's kind of weird. Now he says
So is he gay or what? I mean, is it going to come out that he had a homosexual relationship, or is it because he's a sex addict?
they have.
Yeah, but the thing is I don't know any straight people that died of AIDS, full-blown AIDS.
That was before that was when you're like a little kid when it was
I
happening.
mean, before it was even called AIDS, it just killed homosexuals and random other
That
people.
one dude died. That was in Rocky 5.
Eazy-E did die of AIDS, supposedly.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of conspiracy. You notice when somebody died, a straight person died of AIDS, there's conspiracy around these people?
There's conspiracy about all kinds of rappers
celebrities.
dying, though.
There were
Every time a rapper
celebrities.
dies.
I'm talking about regular people, not celebrities.
Rappers dying is always conspiracy shit.
Speaking of rappers, condoms. All of a sudden, how come the commercials don't pertain to AIDS? That's what I don't understand. Like,
It
if
doesn't
you do
exist
see a
anymore.
condom,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It's like it doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Then maybe it
In
never
the U.S. In the
How
U.S.
about maybe it never did then?
It killed
Because
everybody.
You can't just stop. You can't just stop condom sales and stop relating the condom sales to AIDS, because that's how it became an epidemic. So
Yeah, but everybody that had it died, and then everybody else wrapped themselves up because they're too
They
scared.
think they died. There's some people that might still be running around that did not die of AIDS that could still be spreading it. First of all, Charlie Sheen could get AIDS, right now. The reason why he has HIV.
Right now?
Why don't they have condom sales?
He's not going to get AIDS.
Don't catch HIV.
He has too much money to get AIDS.
Yeah. Just like
Just
Magic
like
with
Johnson.
Magic with his Johnson.
Yeah, Magic with his Magic Johnson.
Total blood transfusion, right? He went to Africa, got a blood transfusion. Here's the guy who had HIV. He doesn't have HIV anymore. He didn't end up getting AIDS.
Even Charlie Sheen says it doesn't show up on a thing.
Well, now they got a thing where supposedly you can actually cure HIV. Like that just happened like a few months ago.
I don't know. Magic Johnson always said it doesn't show up in his system anymore. So
You might not ever.
All right. I smell a conspiracy.
Yeah, he might
That's
not
not
ever had it.
conspiracy.
I don't know about that. Yeah.
No, not that. With Charlie Sheen. I think Charlie Sheen, because he can be bought and sold, he's going to do this little thing, and then they're going to be like, I had HIV and I don't have it anymore because of this product. Because he's a fucking whore.
maybe.
He's
I
a
don't know, he
whore.
does look all skinny and weird and shit.
But
so-
he always did. For a long time he did.
Yeah, but he said he's had it for a long time also.
And now he's just now saying it.
Well, because there's a bunch of people are trying to sue him like crazy.
Yeah, and now he said he's had it for a long time. Why would he admit to that?
Because, I don't know, he said that he told the girls up front, so they were
And none of
nobody
them.
after him, then they finally started coming after him, and then...
So he told them up front, and nobody ever said anything about it. I don't believe it.
That's a weird thing to me.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
They were trying to use him, he was paying them off the whole time.
Yeah, because they were whores.
Right, so that's probably why they didn't say
He was
anything.
paying them in the first place.
But then it was just so much money that he's like, I'm just going to come out and say it myself so you guys can't keep taking my money.
Yeah. Because he's running out of it. I don't care how many 2.5 Men he does.
Shit. He was getting like almost $1 million an episode.
Mm-hmm. Which goes fast when you're a coke addict and a whore sex addict, so.
He still probably got like 10 million at least.
And it's probably all gone.
No, I think right now he's still got 10 million.
That's
Right
not
now?
a lot for a celebrity.
We got here
No.
at least once.
It's not enough to get rid of HIV, I'll tell you that right now. So does that put things in perspective? 10 grand will not get rid of HIV.
Right now.
10 million, I said.
10 million will not get rid of HIV.
Yes, it will.
I don't think so.
I don't
Oh,
know.
It might be able to make the women go away that were talking about it, but he can make HIV go away.
Yeah, well. He already said he doesn't. It doesn't show up on his tests anymore.
On
Up
his
his
test.
testes?
On his testes.
Well, by the doctors.
By his doctors.
Right.
Oh, God. I don't believe it. See, here's the thing is, I went out through my whole life, and yeah, I don't have a lot of friends, but nobody I know ever had HIV.
You're born in the wrong time period, I think.
How about
This
Will?
was the time period where it was...
No, if you're born, you have to be born in the 60s or 70s, then all your friends had AIDS.
Yeah, but nobody knew about it, so their friends didn't have AIDS.
No, in the 80s and stuff, that's when it was really big.
I'm an 80s kid.
Will 150 million get rid of AIDS? Because that's how much he's worth. He was making 1.25 million per episode
It's pretty good.
on that one show. Then he came back with that anger management, even though it lasted only 2 years,
The tour?
making close to the same amount. So yeah, 150 million. I think he's okay.
No,
That's
he's
it.
not. He has HIV.
He's got the HIV.
He's got
Yeah, so does
the-
Magic Johnson. How people are so like, Magic Johnson is fine to everybody.
Yeah, he never had it. Just gotta.
Do you
I don't
realize
know.
no one would even give a shit who he was if he didn't have AIDS right now? Magic Johnson stood the test of time because he had AIDS. He's got AIDS.
500 million is Magic Johnson. That's how much he's worth.
Probably because of his
Magic
AIDS
Johnson.
tour.
Yeah.
When you're
No.
an activist and you do things, you got money. Just ask Al Gore. He's
No,
trying to
he-
control water.
A ton of his money that he made from the NBA into like different investments and stuff, and it actually worked out.
Oh, okay. Well, then that makes sense.
And he paid for AIDS.
Yeah, that was an investment. That was definitely an investment.
I know. How did he still have 500 million?
Don't know. They hooked a brother up, I guess. He did go to Africa for this transfusion, didn't he?
I don't know.
How come all the celebrities, something happens to them, they end up going to Africa first? Dave Chappelle, Magic Johnson. It's like, well, time to go back to the homeland. And homeland, you weren't born there. Stop it. You know, I understand going back to your roots if you really were from there. You know,
Let's go back
but
to
if
Europe.
I didn't mean homeland. I meant motherland. I guess they call it the motherland. Like this, and they call Russia Mother Russia, right? So like, if somebody
Depends if you're black or not. It's just that Africa's their motherland.
that's their yeah.
Ours
You know,
would be
if-
Europe.
If you never went there before, but I have a feeling like when there's a problem, why do you have to go there first? I don't understand that. Like,
Yeah.
go tour and go back there. I'm just thinking like it's kind of like when a crackhead has problems in a certain city and they go, I got to move to a different state, and so you're still going to be a crackhead there.
Yeah.
You're not going to moving out of state's not going to help your life.
I don't know. I think it's just Africa in general, because white people go to Africa too
Yeah.
to like try and center themselves.
White people go to Africa, too.
Sometimes.
Yeah, well, South Africa's white.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Not South Africa. I'm just talking about, like, even to like see what the world is really like, and I don't know. Even white people go there.
I didn't say that white people didn't go to Africa. I said black people that go crazy go to Africa.
Right. But I mean, so did like.
And getting HIV doesn't mean you went
honestly, they
crazy.
went
But
crazy,
although
but
he
so
didn't,
did, like
he went
Angelina
crazy with women.
Jolie and Brad Pitt and stuff. You know.
They're fucking nuts.
That's what I'm saying. So white
Yeah.
people that go nuts go to Africa too for some reason.
Yeah, but they went black crazy though because they went there to get a kid,
Right. Right. I don't
a
know.
black
Well,
kid.
too much money, I guess.
They went there to get a black kid because they got overculturalized and one thing and concentrated. And they're like, all right, we're gonna zoom over here and act like we're activists and go get a black child.
Originally Africa, anyways. So
Hmm?
even our roots.
What's that?
Everybody's roots are originally from Africa, anyway. So.
Yeah, but
Orig-
I don't. If I fucked up, I wouldn't go flying to Africa. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Who
Or
knows?
if I'm trying to hide from Comedy Central, if I'm trying to hide from Comedy Central or the government, or if I bang too many chicks and got HIV.
Who knows? Maybe you would though. You never been in that situation.
No, I haven't. That is true. Hopefully, I'll never have to go to Africa.
Yeah. You know, that's when you officially hit rock bottom. You're sitting in Africa. That's when you officially.
It's just how you said it. That just doesn't seem right.
It seems racist, but we're just talking about a continent.
All we're talking about is a fucking continent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the truth though. Everybody who's ever hit rock bottom seems to go to Africa for.
You know what went away with AIDS? African pride. And what I mean by that is, remember when we were in school and we had the kids had the Africa, like the actual continent on the shirts with the colors like the red and the green and the orange and shit and yellow. Like it seemed like African pride, even though they'd never been there their whole lives. There's no way the percentage of African American people that were in our schools, those kids did not go to Africa. So I understand it's the roots thing, but that would be exactly the equivalent of putting a rebel flag on your chest. The equivalent.
Nobody changes their name anymore to like Kunta Kinte or anything. You know?
They didn't even then. They didn't have the names that we had. I'm not going to say that they're not normal names. They're normal names for them. Obviously, they don't seem normal to a kid that's in school that's white. You know, but
yeah, but like somebody with a name, even if it's Shakita, her last name she would keep Johnson, and so would her parents. They wouldn't change it to Shakita
Banana
or something.
Shakita Malagala or something.
You did say Chiquita Banana, right?
Basically.
Oh my god! If I ever change my last, I can't. I was gonna say if I ever have a kid and my last name was Banana, but last name's not Banana, so it's already over.
Right.
But if I was ever born with the last name Banana and I had a kid that was a daughter, I'd name her Shakita.
Right.
Hopefully, in that same universe that happens, there's Shakita Bananas.
I have a son named Rocky. You guys don't even know about.
Rocky Mountain.
Rocky Mountain.
Nice.
I almost named Sophia Appalachian.
Just pulling the Kanye West thing.
Yeah.
Northwest.
I know, Northwest. And
It'd be great if the airline sued him.
I know.
Like, what makes you think that you can do that?
It's like the people with the name like Orlando. You think Disney would sue him or something?
Right. Orlando Bloom.
There was an actual kid. There was a kid in my school named Orlando.
Yeah.
And it just couldn't be his name was Orlando and he was a normal white kid. His name was Orlando. He was brown tone. It seemed like he had like a demeanor about him
that makes you shit yourself.
What is it, brown tone?
Yeah, the brown tone.
I think you're thinking of the brown note.
Oh, brown note. Yeah.
What I'm saying is his name Orlando was revolved around like his parents naming him that because it seemed like more of a cultural thing or something like that.
Right.
You know? Like if I was named Orlando, it wouldn't fly.
Right.
No, because you don't.
Orlando Bloom is Orlando. It's kind of weird.
Who's Orlando Bloom? Isn't he like a real white dude?
The actor, yeah.
Yeah. But he's also an actor, so he can do whatever he wants, and it's a fake name. He was not born Orlando.
I don't know.
Fact check.
Look it up.
Fact check.
All right.
Then fine. Then I'm Daytona Bill.
Orlando Jonathan Blankard Bloom.
Blanker.
Or Blanchard.
There you go. There you go. His name is Jonathan Bloom.
No, it was born Orlando. That's his first name.
Then why does he have Jonathan Blankard Bloom in there?
Those were his middle names.
You can't have middle names either. I refuse to believe that. You have one first name, a middle name, and a last name. If your name is Orlando Jonathan...
Did you know that Osama bin Laden, you know what the bin means? That means of... That's a
totally different world, though. That's a totally different world.
I know that, but I mean, like, Osama bin Laden, his dad's name was Laden.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And he has, like, a lot of names. It's like Osama... Let's look it up right now.
He's got a lot of names.
Well, it's just like... do you know the name Jason is son of Jay?
Yeah, I know. Like Robertson and stuff, yeah. That's how last names get formed.
My wife's name is Allison. It's son of Al.
Yeah.
The girl. It's really son of Al.
Actually, no, his dad's...
Son of Al.
Osama's dad's name was Muhammad, of course.
In Canada, son of Al is where the Trailer Park Boys are. Son of Val. Sonny Val.
Osama bin Mohammed bin Awad bin Laden.
Right.
So his dad's name was Mohammed bin Awad bin Laden.
It sounds like
his
somebody's
dad's was
swearing because they stepped on a piece of gum.
yeah, Awad.
Osama bin Laden.
A wad of gum.
But seriously though, it's like, I don't. They can do whatever. First of all, they just kill people and they do whatever they want. So that just I pull them in with you did whatever you wanted to with your name. So you're just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right.
Orlando
Cultural-
Bloom, though.
Take the terrorist thing out of
Orlando
it.
Bloom's real first name is Orlando.
Yeah.
And
It
you
is.
know Will Smith's first name is, Will Ferrell's first name is John.
Really?
Jonathan William.
Okay, so his middle name's William, yeah.
I know.
But he still has a regular thing. He's got a first, middle, and last. It's not Orlando,
Hey,
Jonathan, Middleton, Bloom.
for some reason Jack Black was on the same page as Will Ferrell. They must have... Oh, he's just one of the actors in version. His name's Thomas Jacob Black.
Wow.
Yeah, and Thomas Jacob Jack. So the Jack comes from nowhere, because Jack usually comes from John, but it's just Thomas Jacob Black. He just made up the Jack.
That's weird.
Yeah. Benjamin Stiller. Okay, he's real.
That makes
That's
sense.
fine. But Jack Black makes sense because we know it's a stage name and it rhymes with black.
Yeah.
Right.
And
That's
I feel
probably
you
why.
earn it. I feel you earn it
And
when
it's
you.
funny
didn't
that
try to
it's like
hide it.
Blackjack backwards.
True.
Jack Black, Blackjack.
See. Shitty aftermath.
As long as you... Nah, we're just gonna end the show.
All right.
Who to be?
Oh, my God.
Oh.
Alright, so for shitty aftermath, we have absolutely nothing, right?
Right.
Yeah, we talked about a lot of shit during the regular show.
Yeah, a lot of Bidet and
Right.
Farting and pooping.
Charlie
in
Sheen.
India.
He's a big piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have said that
Guys.
any day before he officially announced that he had HIV, and everybody would be perfectly okay with it.
Yeah. It's like, oh, now he's got the HIV, so he can't.
Like I said, HIV got Sheen.
Yeah.
Right. But it's
It's like a Chuck Norris thing.
imagine like during Back to the Future, if Michael J. Fox would have like shaken and you were like, oh, he's got the shakes. It's totally okay until you find out he has Parkinson's.
Dude, that would be fucked up.
One of them all you want. Now if out in public right now you said something bad about Charlie Sheen, like people look at you weird, like, he has HIV. You're like, yeah, but he was an asshole before he had HIV too.
Right. And I don't care if people have HIV. You can have HIV and be an asshole. So
It's just like Bruce Jenner. Bruce Jenner was a piece of ass before he became whatever, Caitlyn Jenner.
did you say a piece of ass? He was a piece of ass, now he's a piece of ass.
No, just piece of ass. He was always a douchebag. He's still a douchebag. Whatever. It
So is
doesn't
everybody
matter.
yeah, that whole family is really.
He actually did the ultimate form of being a dick. He turned into a woman. He actually couldn't take being a dick anymore. Now he's a bitch.
Yeah.
Right.
I think what happened is he got divorced and it made him go crazy and he still needed to be popular.
Then kill yourself.
He caught the
Why do you gotta change
Kardashian.
into a woman?
I don't know though. Like his first wife.
People
Or
aren't making him out to be like a hero and shit. It's only because he successfully did his fucking transplant, and we don't even know if it's successful. Did we see his cock or his vagina?
I seen his face after. There's one in the magazine that you said you thought was hot.
But it was done up, right?
Totally done up. If you ever see it, like it looks like a fucking catcher's mitt.
Well, there you go. You've tried to trick me. I
looks
said
like a man.
that chick looks hot, but they did up that picture.
Call me sexist, bigoted, or whatever you want. He looks like a man still.
Don't call me a bullshitter
Right.
because when I saw that picture, that was a hot chick. I totally.
It's photoshopped.
Fine. Oh well, that's Bruce Jenner. Don't care. She still looks hot. That girl looks hot. Don't care who it used to be. And it was photoshopped. So you tried to trick me. That's not my fault. So if people go, oh, shit, you thought that thing looked good, well, that's because it's the non-Photoshop version that they'd be talking about.
Yeah, but
what I thought looked good was...
Photoshopped hot chick that was a dude before.
I get tricked all the time. There's Photoshopped ladies that don't look good.
What about like the Hangover with those like Asian chicks and you're like, ooh, and then there's a dong hanging down there.
There's some Thailand dudes that look like real hot chicks from what I heard anyways. And you can be tricked if you go there. So I will never go there.
All right. So somehow we gotta get this out of hermaphrodite talk into shitty talk.
And shit, we gotta get back into shit. Yeah. Well,
Um,
I'll tell you what.
when you're on your way to Thailand, where you see way too much guyland, vomit?
No, I'd say diarrhea because Thailand will probably still give you diarrhea.
Yeah.
When you're working on a show, and no, hang on, let me start over. Go another one real quick. I'm trying to think of one for Charlie Sheen.
When you're on the latrine and you got yourself a Charlie Sheen HIV. HIV.
That's us trying to do something like that. Yeah.
Can you get HIV from a toilet?
Maybe a bidet.
Yeah.
You know why people actually did make fun of
Charlie
it? Because
Sheen
it went away.
Right now?
And tomorrow you're Charlie Brown.
Oh. Brown
and now. Rhymes so perfectly.
I know.
When you're driving in your caddy and you leave a peppermint patty, diarrhea. I guess it's not peppermint patty.
When you leave a melted peppermint patty.
Come on. That's a stretch. Like your beehole.
That's limo. You said limo, right?
I said caddy.
Oh, caddy.
Stretch.
Caddy limo.
You did say limo, right? Oh, Christ.
When you're with Gary Busey and somebody pulls a football just like Lucy.
Went back to the Peanuts again.
Yeah. Without
going to the Peanuts.
When you worked on CBS and you failed a doctor's test, HIV.
Wow. Was it CBS or TBS?
No, I look up CBS. I was going to say ABC, and then I just say burn while you pee, even though I don't think HIV does that.
Gonorrhea.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. If you're Charlie Sheen and you got reverse sickle cells in your spleen, HIV.
What?
I don't know. Science.
When your name is Charlie Sheen and you got disease from your peen, HIV.
Nice. Oh, man.
When you're with 2.5 men and you think your life will end, HIV.
Jesus Christ.
Wow. This is getting kind of dark.
Yeah.
Hey, we're not the ones banging whores without a rubber.
Yeah.
Right.
Supposed to double wrap it. and said he went up the crap it. HIV. He's got AIDS. He's got AIDS.
I'm close to a good one here.
But do you shit in the woods like a bear? Diarrhea.
Man, too bad it doesn't sting, because it would work good with my thing.
HIV.
HIV.
Oh God.
Somebody come up with the wild thing one, already.
Uh,
The movie Wild Thing. Or what's the name of that movie? Actually?
Was he in Major League? Is that what
Major.
it was?
Yeah.
And he was called the Wild Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the Braves, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. When you use the tomahawk
Yes.
and off falls off your cock, HIV.
Nice.
Now it's not even dark anymore. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
when you make fun of HIV for all the world to see, good to be.
Good to be.
Good to be, everybody. Everybody.
We're going?
I don't know.
Sam said good to be, and since you didn't cut it off right then and there, everybody's still got to deal with us.
Well, I
Deal
think it's time to
with
go
it.
now.
Okay.
I'm pretty HIV positive. It's time to go.